Our second reading today comes from Mark 13, verses 26 through 33. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. Then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of the heaven. From the fig tree, learn its lesson. As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts forth its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also, when you see these things taking place, you know that he is near, at the very gates. Truly I tell you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But about that day or hour no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Beware and keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come.
The assigned lectionary readings heading into Advent, they're a little bit out there. If you listen to that one there, Mark 13, if you read through the whole chapter, whoa. Or more properly, woe is me. I'll come back to that in a minute. Oh, I can hear myself now. Advent is anticipation of a wonderful surprise. Not presents, but hope and love entering into a gloomy human world. And because of that, joy that's certainly deeper than the latest gotta-have-it fad gift toy that we hear about so much, one of which is on the screen. You know, those toys that people push and shove for on TV news video, especially on Black Friday, or the ones that you hear grandkids or children saying, please, 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 can I have it? Fad gifts, the latest thing. Earlier this year, fidget spinners, I found out what these were called because our niece told me what they were as she was spinning it in my face. And I guess they were cool. I've been told since that some of them broke, and so they took them off the market, but I don't know whether that's true or not. I think it is. But whatever fad is going viral is the thing du jour that you gotta have. And they come and go. Anybody remember Care Bears? Yeah? Atari? Gotta have it. Pet Rocks. That's going way deep, right? Go deeper still. Hula hoops. Even farther. Tiny Tears dolls. Yeah. Anybody got a favorite you remember? All right. Yep. Another one? Cabbage Patch dolls. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, there's all these things that came and you had to have them and now they're gone. Payphones. That wasn't a gift. That doesn't count. More than once I've had a quarter, but no way to call, right? But we recently helped our son move, and we came across some things that were fads like that. Boxes that you open and go, oh, I forgot I had that. And some of the stuff was fads, and some of it's just obsolete stuff that you realize, oh, wow, it came and it went, and it seemed so important at the time. Like, we opened a box we were moving, and there were some great movies in this box, all on VHS tape. I'm so glad the apartment complex had a dumpster. Can't recycle those. Bummer. Or music albums. Remember albums? Yeah. And some really good ones on cassette tape. Hard to transfer those. Or another box with Heeley sneakers. Some of you might not remember these. This is not that long ago, but in the heel, there were these wheels. And if you get it just right, you can run along and go and slide along the floor. Heelys. I think it was a 90s thing. But these are fads. And if you look up definitions for what a fad is, lots of different ones, but, quote, an intense but short-lived fashion craze. Yeah, that's about right. Fads arise, actually, from the Bible, too. Yeah, they do. If it's read too narrowly. Especially passages like one of the ones we read this morning, talking about the return of Christ. In Mark 13, Jesus is saying, the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. End quote. Lots of faith fads have arisen from such passages over the years. In fact, right here in Rochester, in the 1840s, Hiram Edson led the Millerites to the hills by the hundreds to await the return of Christ. That's not the only time it's happened, though. There was a frenzy in the early 70s from the book The Late Great Planet Earth. Anybody remember that title? And the Branch Davidians in the 1990s, Waco, Texas, the Left Behind series of books, or sort of Y2K. People got really anxious. Those are just a few of the many apocalyptic type fads. Even more recently, in 2011, the end times and the return of Christ caught the world's attention when this radio preacher named Harold Camping declared that the Bible predicted that the world would end on May 21st, 2011, and Christ would return. And he used millions of dollars of listener donations to put his message on 5,000 billboards all over the place. And May 21st came, and May 21st went. No end of the world, no return of Christ. The fad, the fever, it faded away until 2012, when the Mayan calendar apocalypse fad came. Remember that? All right. So these fads come and go. And Mr. Camping and those like him, if they're going to look at the Bible, should look at the Bible more deeply and read more widely. Even the same chapter, verse 32, Jesus says, "But about that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heavens, nor the Son, but only God." Apocalypse fads come and go, but forever is forever. Actually, what Jesus said was, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words will not pass away. Which begs the question, which words? I think his most forever words are not predictions or even parables even, or even sermons, but words of compassion, love, or hope. Like, follow me, or your faith has made you well, or come unto me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, or I go to prepare a place for you, or Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, or love one another, even as I have loved you, or this is my body, which is for you. These forever words are words of compassion, words of love, words that remind us that the creator of the universe is always seeking our good. And in Jesus reached into the very experience of what it is to be human, so that we might become more like that forever Word made flesh that dwelt among us. God breaking into our human condition is what we celebrate in Advent and Christmas as we live this transient, fragile human life. We can give thanks that we are not alone in our humanness. So yeah, fidget spinners and hula hoops and hilltop second coming seekers are fads. They'll come and they'll go. They'll pass away. But divine love, born in a stable, love's word born in us, especially when we live it, that word will never pass away. May that word live ever more fully in you and in me, starting right now. Amen.